Who should be number one? We have had utter chaos to start the 2026 NCAA lacrosse season, and the number one team has lost now in back-to-back weeks. There isn't a clear case for who should be number one in the country right now, and you could make a case for multiple teams across the country to be ranked number one come tomorrow morning. But honestly, it's too early in the season to really know and pinpoint who the best team is in college lacrosse. But here's who I think is in the running to be ranked number one tomorrow morning. North Carolina is 4-0 and currently ranked number 3 in the country and look like they're in the driver's seat to be ranked number 1 on Monday after narrowly avoiding an upset game against Jacksonville in week 1. This North Carolina team has looked absolutely dominant. Their biggest win of the season came Friday where they dominated Johns Hopkins in a huge game at home. Owen Duffy and Dom Petramala have been absolutely explosive on offense, and this North Carolina team starting to look like the team we were expecting them to be in the preseason. Notre Dame is 3-0 and currently ranked number 7 in the country, and they're going to have a strong case to be the number 1 team on Monday. They picked up a huge win today against Georgetown. They dominated the Hoyas at home in the Loftus Center, and they're coming off a Tuesday game against Bellarmine where they scored 29 goals, which is a Notre Dame program record. Josh Yago leads the way for the Irish, and this team looks like they're going to be a team to mess with in the ACC and nationally. Watch out for the Irish coming in at that number 1 spot this week. Some other teams in the mix for number 1 this week is Cornell. They're 2-0 and quietly flying under the radar after narrowly escaping against Albany. They picked up a solid win at Denver this past weekend. They haven't been the flashiest, and not a lot of people have seen them nationally yet, but they're the defending national champions. They're ranked in the top 5. They easily could slide up into that number 1 spot, and the same goes for Richmond. Richmond has dominated so far this year. They're 4-0. They dominated Virginia, and every other opponent they've played, they've thoroughly beat. Richmond is a team that is a top 5 team and maybe could push towards that number 1 spot, and I think there can definitely be a case still for Syracuse. They beat Maryland at home a week ago and had a 1-goal loss to Harvard on the road this weekend. They might have the best win in college lacrosse so far and a close loss. So Syracuse definitely still has a case, in my opinion, to be number 1. And Harvard, they're ranked 14, so they're way too far back to be number 1 this week. But they just beat Syracuse and have looked unbelievable offensively as a team. They're not going to be number 1 this week, but they're a team, if they keep winning, can creep up the rankings. But comment down below who you think should be ranked number 1 this week, and if anyone that wasn't on this list should be ranked number 1, and make sure to follow for more lacrosse content all season long.